What is PHP, and where is it typically used?
PHP is a server-side scripting language mainly used for building dynamic web applications. It runs on the server and generates responses such as HTML or JSON that are sent to the client. PHP integrates easily with databases and web servers, which made it widely adopted. Over time, PHP has evolved to support modern OOP, strict typing, and better performance. It is still heavily used in APIs, CMS, and backend systems.
Can PHP be used outside of web development?
Yes, PHP is commonly used for CLI scripts, cron jobs, and background workers. Many teams use it for automation tasks.
How have you personally used PHP in production?
I've used PHP to build backend APIs and business applications. It handles both HTTP requests and background jobs.
What limitations of PHP have you faced in real projects?
Long-running processes and shared state are harder to manage. This often requires queues or external services.
How does PHP code get executed?
PHP code is executed by the PHP interpreter on the server. The source code is parsed and compiled into opcodes by the Zen engine. These opcodes are then executed to generate output. Without caching, this process occurs on every request. Opcode caching reduces overhead and improves performance.
What role does the Zen engine play?
It handles parsing, compiling, and executing PHP code. It is the core runtime of PHP.
What are opcodes?
Opcodes are low-level instructions created from PHP source code. They are executed by the engine.
Why is PHP considered request-based?
Each request starts with a fresh execution context. Memory is cleared after the response is sent.
How has OpCache helped you in real systems?
It significantly reduced response times under load. CPU usage dropped after enabling it.
What are PHP data types?
PHP supports scalar, compound, and special data types. Scalar types include integers, floats, strings, and booleans. Compound types include array and objects. Special types include null and resource.
What is the difference between scalar and compound types?
Scalar stores single values while compound types store collections. Objects also encapsulate behavior.
What is a resource type used for?
It represents external resources like file handles or database connections. It is managed internally by PHP.
How does PHP handle type conversion?
PHP performs implicit type juggling when needed. This can lead to surprises.
How do data types affect API design for you?
I define expected types clearly in request validations. It reduces ambiguity.
Have type-related bugs appeared in your projects?
Yes, especially with numeric strings. They cause incorrect comparisons.
How do you enforce correct types?
Strict typing and validation layers are essentials. Tests also catch issues early.
What is null in PHP?
Null represents the absence of a value. A variable can be explicitly set to null or become null when unset. This is often used to represent optional or missing data. Null handling must be deliberate to avoid unclear logic. Poor null handling leads to fragile code.
How do you assign null to a variable?
By explicitly setting it to null, this clears the value.
What does unset do to a variable?
It removes the variable entirely. Accessing it afterwards raises a notice.
Is null the same as false?
No, they are different types. They behave differently in comparisons.
How do you manage null safely?
Clear defaults and validation help. Strict typing reduces ambiguity.
What are type declarations in PHP?
Type declarations specify expected types for parameters and return values. They help catch errors early. PHP supports scalar and object types. Strict typing can be enabled with declare strip types equal to 1. This improves code reliability.
What happens when a type mismatch occurs?
A type error is thrown, execution stops.
What does strict typing change?
It disables automatic type coercion. Types must match exactly.
Are type declarations mandatory?
No, but they are recommended. They improve clarity.
How do you use type declarations in practice?
All public APIs are typed. It prevents misuse.
Have types reduced bugs for you?
Yes, many runtime errors disappeared. Issues were caught earlier.
Do you enable strict types everywhere?
Yes, in modern projects, consistency matters.
What is type juggling in PHP?
Type juggling is PHP's automatic conversion of variable types during operations. It allows operations between different types by converting them implicitly. While convenient, it can lead to subtle bugs and security issues. Comparisons are a common source of problems. Strict comparisons help avoid these pitfalls.
Give an example of type juggling.
10 in double quotes equals to 10 as integer evaluates to true.
Why can type juggling be dangerous?
It may produce unexpected comparison results.
How do strict comparisons differ?
They compare both value and type.
Do you allow loose comparisons in your projects?
Only in very controlled scenarios.
What is typecasting in PHP?
Typecasting explicitly converts a variable to a specific type. PHP supports casting to scalar types and arrays. Casting overrides implicit type juggling. It is useful when handling external input. Incorrect casting can still cause data loss.
How do you cast a variable to integer?
By using int before the value, PHP converts it explicitly.
Can casting fail?
It can produce unexpected results. Invalid cast may silently change values.
How is casting different from type juggling?
Casting is explicit and intentional. Type juggling happens automatically.
Where have you used casting in practice?
Normalizing request input, it made validation easier.
Did casting ever hide bugs for you?
Yes, truncated values caused logic errors. Validation was missing.
How do you verify cast results?
With a validation and test, assumptions are avoided.
What is the difference between echo and print?
Both echo and print output data to the response. Echo can output multiple values and does not return anything. Print outputs a single value and returns one. Echo is slightly faster and more flexible. In practice, echo is used far more often.
Can print be used in expressions?
Yes, because it returns one.
Is echo a function?
No, it is a language construct.
Which one do you use in real projects?
Almost always echo.
What are constants in PHP?
Constants store values that cannot be changed during script execution. They are defined using define function or the const keyword. Constants are globally accessible and do not use the $prefix. They are often used for configuration values. Using constant improves readability and safety.
What is the difference between define and const?
Define defines constants at runtime, while const define them at compile time. Const support visibility and namespaces. Define cannot be used inside classes. Modern PHP prefers const keyword.
Can constants be redefined?
No, not by default.
Are constants case sensitive?
Yes, by default.
How do you use constants in configuration?
For immutable environment-independent values.
Have you replaced constants with config files?
Yes, for environment-specific data.
What problems did constants help you avoid?
Accidental reassignment of critical values.
What is the difference between double equal and three equal?
Double equal performs loose comparison with type juggling. Three equals performs strict comparison by checking both value and type. Loose comparison can produce unexpected results. Strict comparisons are safer and more predictable. Modern PHP code strongly favors strict comparison.
Why can double equal be dangerous?
It can match values of different types. This may cause logic errors.
Give an example of a loose comparison pitfall.
0 in double quotes equals to false evaluates to true. This is often unintended.
Does strict comparison perform type conversion?
No, it compares both type and value exactly. No conversion happens.
Have you replaced loose comparisons in production code?
Yes, especially in security-sensitive areas. Bugs were uncovered quickly.
Did strict comparisons ever break existing behavior?
Yes, but it revealed hidden issues. Fixing them improved correctness.
Do you allow loose comparison in your codebase?
Only in very controlled situations. Most comparisons are strict.
What is php.ini and why is it important?
php.ini defines PHP's runtime configurations. It controls memory limits, error reporting, and extensions. Different SAPs can use different config files. Changes often requires a restart. Incorrect configuration can cause serious issues.
How can you inspect active configuration?
Using PHP info function or CLI commands. This shows loaded settings.
Can configuration be changed at runtime?
Some settings can be changed via any set function, others are immutable.
What is a common production misconfiguration?
Displaying errors publicly. This is a security risk.
Have you tuned php.ini in production?
Yes, for memory and execution limits. Performance improved noticeably.
What are environment variables in PHP?
Environment variables store configuration outside the codebase. They are commonly used for secrets and environment-specific values. PHP accesses them via getEnv or env variable. They improve security and portability. They are essential in modern deployments.
Why should secrets be stored in envvars?
They avoid hard-coding sensitive data. This reduces exposure.
How are envvars usually loaded?
Via server configuration or .env files, frameworks often help.
What is a common mistake with envvars?
Assuming they always exist. Missing vars cause runtime failures.
How have you used envvars in real projects?
For database and API credentials, also for feature flags.
What is autoloading in PHP?
Autoloading automatically loads class files when they are first referenced. It removes the need for manual includes and improves code organization. Modern PHP uses standard like PSR4 for mapping namespaces to directories. Composer generates efficient autoloaders. Autoloading is essential for scalable application.
What triggers the autoloader?
Referencing a class that has not yet been loaded. PHP then calls the autoloader.
What happens if a class cannot be autoloaded?
PHP throws a fatal error. Execution stops immediately.
Can functions be autoloaded?
No, autoloading is designed for classes and interfaces. Function must be included manually.
Have you debugged autoloading problems?
Yes, usually namespace mismatches. Paths were incorrect.
How do you structure namespaces in practice?
Following PSR4 convention strictly. This avoids surprises.
What is the difference between single-quoted and double-quoted strings?
Single-quoted string do not parse variables or must escape sequences. Double-quote string supports variable interpolations and special characters. This makes double quotes more flexible but slightly slower. Single quotes are safer when interpolation is not needed. Choosing correctly improves clarity.
Which escape sequences work in double quotes?
New lines, tabs, and escaped characters. Variables are also expanded.
Is there a performance difference?
It is minimal and usually negligible. Readability matters more.
How do you choose quotes in real code?
Single quotes by default, double quotes only when needed.
Do you enforce quote style in Teams?
Yes, coding standards define it. Consistency is important.
What are magic constants in PHP?
Magic constants are predefined constants that are changed depending on context. Examples include file, line, and dir. Their values are resolved at compile time. They are useful for debugging and file system operations. Magic constants improve portability.
When is dir commonly used?
For building file path, it avoids relative path issues.
How have you used magic constants in practice?
For locating config and resource files, it avoided path bugs.
Have they helped in debugging?
Yes, especially file and line. Logs became clearer.
Do you rely on them heavily?
Mostly for file system related logic.
What are superglobals in PHP?
Superglobals are built-in variables accessible everywhere. Examples include get, post, and server. Superglobals provide access to request and environment data. Direct usage should be minimized.
Why are superglobals always available?
PHP initializes them automatically. Scope does not affect them.
Are superglobals secure by default?
No, they contain raw input. Validation is required.
Which superglobal is most commonly misused?
Request, it hides data origin.
How do you handle superglobals in practice?
I wrap them in request objects. Direct access is avoided.
Do you allow direct access in Teams?
No, it is discouraged. Abstractions are enforced.
What is error reporting in PHP?
Error reporting controls which PHP errors are displayed. It is configured using error reporting function and display errors parameter. Development and production settings differ. Errors should not be shown to users in production. Login is preferred.
Why hide errors in production?
They expose internals. This is a security risk.
What should be enabled in development?
All errors visibility help debugging.
Where should errors go in production?
To log files, monitoring tools can consume them.
How do you configure error handling in practice?
Via environment-based config, different settings per environment.
Have misconfigured errors caused issues?
Yes, errors leaked to users. It looked unprofessional.
What is the difference between warnings, notices, and fatal errors?
Notices indicate minor issues, warnings signal potential problems, and fatal errors stop execution. Notices often relate to undefined variables. Warning allow execution to continue. Fatal errors must be fixed immediately. Understanding severity helps debugging.
Which errors stop execution?
Fatal errors. Script terminates immediately.
Are notices safe to ignore?
No, they indicate bugs. Ignoring them accumulates issues.
Can warnings become fatal?
Indirectly, yes, they may lead to a broken state.
How do you handle errors in real projects?
Convert them to exceptions. Centralized handling is used.
Have you debugged production fatals?
Yes, logs were critical. Monitoring caught them fast.
What is CLI SAPI in PHP?
CLI SAPI allows PHP to run from command line. It is used for scripts, cron jobs, and workers. Behavior differs from web execution. No HTTP context exists. Many backend tools rely on it.
What superglobals are missing?
No server HTTP data. Request context absent.
How to detect CLI mode?
Check PHP SAPI name. Return CLI.
Why use PHP for CLI?
Reuse business logic, same language stack.
How have you used CLI in projects?
Queue workers, migration, and automation tasks.
Have you faced memory issues in CLI?
Yes, long-running processes leak memory. Requires cleanup.
What is the difference between Web SAPI and CLI SAPI?
Web SAPI runs PHP via web server handling HTTP requests. CLI SAPI runs script in terminal. Web requests are stateless and short-lived. CLI script can run long processes. Behavior difference affect architecture and resource management.
Which is faster?
CLI startup is simpler, usually faster execution.
Do they share configuration?
Often separate PHP ini files, can differ significantly.
Are sessions available in CLI?
No HTTP session exists, must simulate manually.